matter, my lords. It's already fixed.
But then others who are there who can go on.
But Maharaj, I mean, the point is that we have been working on it for 10 years, Maharaj. Surely, Maharaj, you're
That's all the more reason we are.
But the point is, he's appearing for WhatsApp, which is the main.
Maharaj, I have to really
main
respond.
focus.
Nobody else is wearing for
But then
WhatsApp.
you're also part of our constitution.
I agree, Maharaj, but all I'm saying is your lordship asked us the timeline. I'm not saying anything, Maharaj. Your lordship asked us, therefore we are saying. If your lordship hadn't asked,
the 23rd,
Maharaj, that's not.
then we can make an attempt to. Otherwise, no.
We'll make an attempt, but let's complete it. Let me start now and go on with it.
No. Sibal, we don't want to abandon.
No, of course, I don't think there'll be any question of abandonment. I don't.
We can honestly tell your lordship.
No, there can't be a waste of time at all. We have to all arrange our.
Issues are multiple. We'll have to give
The court is sitting, the court is in session, the constitution bench.
Whole days.
Maharaj, no, these are very. Maharaj, we have prepared so much data for your lordships, Maharaj, on these matters. It will take, there are 4 separate matters. This can't finish, Maharaj, like that.
So you will complete then, okay, latest by the 2nd of March.
Well, let us stick to what your lordships have indicated. If there's a little spillover, it will all go to their
I
credit.
won't be able to.
It will be there. It will be for them to use the time. We will not.
3rd of March, up to 3rd of March you get? I think you get that.
Maharaj, when will we start? I don't know, Maharaj.
We are starting right now.
Maharaj, no, you start now. When will we respond, Maharaj? I don't know, Maharaj.
Start responding by the 14th of February.
14th is not possible, Maharaj, as I told your lordship. Unless Maharaj finds somebody else will do it, no problem, Maharaj. That's not an issue.
We were prepared to do it. We wanted to do it because this is the only case where we have not, out of the matters assigned, the other 3, which we have
Yes.
heard of. This is only we wanted, we didn't want to leave anything.
That's correct.
What do we do then?
I don't think there's any problem at all. Mr. Sibal, I'm sure will arrange his affairs.
Well,
His client will
I'll
arrange his
arrange
affairs. I'm astonished that I have to even say this.
I am sorry. I am
Bench
sorry.
is
It
ready
is
to
the
hear the
court
matter.
which asked.
The constitutional bench has said that it wants to proceed with the matter. We must proceed.
I-
It is 501.
You are
Please
not
allow
to
me
dictate to
open.
the bench. You are not here to dictate to the bench. The bench.
You're
asked us.
requesting, I mean,
Can
this
we-
is a type of request which ought never be made.
The type of
When the
argument
bench
should
is
never be
giving-
made.
The bench is giving
This kind
3
of
weeks' time.
Quality of argument should never be made. Forget about request.
Both of us are opposing each other, Melody.
This is also a constitution bench. And by the time we
Don't
get
you
to-
think this would be a better court where you are together?
No.
Or here also you are opposing.
No, we are opposing. But that was, my lord, fixed, my lord, about, I think more than,
month ago.
month ago.
This was also fixed
In
But
September.
the other
No,
matters.
Malad, I
are
can't
not-
compare, Malad, two
We are not comparing,
constitutional
Malad.
bench,
We
you know,
love
we
to do
can't.
the matter.
It's only a matter of accommodation, Malad, we can't.
Once you begin, you can always tell the other bench that you
No,
are
Malad,
in
it's very
a butter.
difficult.
You know, we don't have to tell you what you
No,
have.
Malad, that's difficult.
You know that you.
That's difficult. It's difficult.
14, Malad, I'm not.
Looking to our overall time schedule which you are given to us.
Yes.
You don't think looking to our whole time schedule means the whole February will go? The whole February.
That's what your lordships indicate. We are completing next week. We're going to endeavor to complete by next Wednesday evening.
February.
But with a little spillover, I therefore said certainly by next Thursday. I've taken the consent of all the council on our side. That's very swift, Manoj. If it's earlier, sooner the better. But my own really request is that let me just start. Let us start and let the matter progress. I will endeavor to complete as soon as possible. If there is some adjustment which is to be made in terms of sequence of council, etc., first, second, third, that can be
I tell
done.
you, after going through this legislation which is brought to us.
The prospective.
Brought to us. I've just read over to us.
The bill, yeah.
Yes, bill. We find that whatever the submissions are made by you people,
Right.
Submission also, to some extent has been taken care of. So what
Let me not comment on it.
Then, Malad, if your lordships are, Malad, prima facie of that view, it's better to wait, Malad. Why?
After the legislation comes into place, we examine as to whether what will be the impact of that
May I just
legislation and
respond?
how far that protect your rights
I
and
understand.
what are the rights which still remain unprotected by the legislation. We'll examine it.
I
In
understand.
fact,
May I
I
just
was
respond to
thinking that
Your
we
lordship
cannot
said-
probably convert it into a 143 reference debate today. The bill will go to the parliament, there will be a debate and to anticipate certain things. So to whichever way, we don't want to say that the courts will
We
not.
closed our arguments on this aspect before the lunch session. Your lordships came back and indicated your mind. We are ready to go on with the matter.
No, correct.
Now, surely we can't have council's convenience to derail.
So who
a
is asking
program
council?
before
I have
the constitutional bench.
I have not given my convenience. The
That's
court
the only,
asked us.
That's the only.
Can you finish?
It's only council's convenience.
Malad, can't we, Malad, mention that there's a constitution bench fixed a
It's
month ago,
only
Malad?
council's convenience.
I am sorry.
It ought not
It
to have
is
been
not.
even mentioned in the court.
You should not be saying this as council. May I say something?
But I don't know why my
Most
learned friend is,
unfortunate.
Malad, so
May I-
vociferous and vehement.
Malad, may I say something?
For a date, Malad, we generally,
We are
Malad.
wanting time.
I don't understand.
In UK, when a similar situation arose pending the GDPR, the data protection, they undertook to the commission that they will not share till the GDPR comes into effect. I got the Malad
Are you
order.
prepared to give that?
That he should give that. He
Share
can't have
what?
the-
Share what is it that we are sharing that he doesn't want us to share?
What is it that?
Share the personal information.
What personal information?
Metadata that they may not.
Please tell us what it is.
WhatsApp to Facebook.
Please tell us what it is. Please tell us.
It's mentioned in
Is it-
Para 10 of the policy.
No,
Para
no.
8 of the policy will not. What
He's
automatic-
a petitioner. He is a petitioner. He must tell you what information is being shared. Please tell him, ask him to put an affidavit. Malad, for the last so many years, we have been operating this. Since 2018, the policy came, Malad, the messaging service, messaging service. To what extent the data has been shared, please let him tell us.
Milord, kindly have.
This is all academic.
can condense your time schedule
Yes.
if possible. Otherwise, we can't give the
Yeah,
whole
we
month.
will condense our
The
time.
whole month to go on one matter, at least for me, it's not possible.
No, we'll condense our time.
Mullah, I'm sorry, this is take time. I'm sorry, Mullah.
We-
Honestly, we have to tell your lordship.
I don't
this
have
will
the
take time.
patience to go on one matter going on for months together every day, morning, evening, morning, evening. I have a different temperament of working. Either you
We
condense
will
your time schedule,
condense our- we'll
condense your
condense
time
our-
schedule, and Diwan can do it. I know it.
Oh, I'll do it, but Manoj, I want to start before 3 o'clock on the final.
That's all
day.
right, but the question is, must also.
Allow me to start. I will go at a rattling pace.
You may.
I can say, for Diwan, I can say,
Correct.
he has that much of,
No doubt about it, Mullah. No doubt about it. Mullah, we are a little
he
slow.
had done
We
certain
are a little
matters, he had
slow,
the
Mullah.
time to do.
Take a bit of time. We are a little slow.
Simple, if one matter goes on for a month,
Mullah, this is affect every intermediary in the country, including the government, and it has huge ramifications. Please appreciate that.
Sorry, I just interrupted.
that ramification
I'm hearing
doesn't,
for-
time should be there.
No, the time will be because we'll have to explain things, Mullah. We have taken hours and hours and hours to understand ourselves.
They're concise constitutional.
I don't know what there is.
Lord, may I just mention one thing for Meta?
Validity of.
Lord, this matter first came up, it was referred to Sri Krishna Committee and referred to Joint Parliamentary Committee. The first bill came. There were no less than 80 hearings, 80 hearings before the Parliamentary Committee, 80. And now they come with a bill. So it's not an easy matter. You are thinking of WhatsApp. What about so many other things? And
How many council are there on the respondent side?
I'm appearing for Meta, he's for WhatsApp. Mukul Rohgi is there.
Oh,
I'm also there for Meta.
There are 5 respondents.
be there for Twitter. This will take time, Mullah. This is not something that can be finished like that. And in between, we have other problems which I have shown.
So
to you-
the
told you
reason
about.
why we're saying it's complicated, not that we want to avoid the hearing. I'm saying that the matter is fraught with great difficulty. He wants to go to Europe, he wants to do those things. We have to refer to all that. And
it's a first level determination.
And at the very threshold, huge issues of maintainability come. As Mr. Sibal repeatedly said and Mr. Rohgi said, where is the cause of action?
I mean, don't forget that.
No. We have constitution which has to have a cause of action.
That's
Mullah, this is really,
after hearing that.
this is
Yes,
really a
yes.
sui generis hearing.
That we can't be saying. It's
No.
only because we are both retiring.
No, but
Otherwise, we would have started.
Mullah,
like
this is,
No,
this is
the matter came on Delhi High Court.
Mr. Diwan wants to start, there is no other reason to start.
Pardon?
Except that Mr. Diwan is very desirous of starting, there is no imminent necessity to start. That I would.
Conduct
Key questions, these are
no,
several
correct. There are key questions which are being addressed by Parliament. Yes.
We have been assigned this task of hearing it and disposing. You can't say the one is starting it because.
Mullah, it's like,
Supposed to.
Mullah, that's not the point, Mullah.
That's not
The
the
only
point. Your
questions
Lordship
can be
knows what I
completed.
say.
The one is ready or you're ready. We are supposed to.
No, but-
Correct, Mullah, but we are telling your lordships our difficulties.
And Lordship knows, but we have had earlier matters also, invariably they spill over. That's the only problem.
This is not something
If
that.
the logistic difficulty was not there, but then there was no problem. So we'll try our best, that's what I'm saying.
Diwan, I'll take the responsibility of saying on behalf of the bench. Despite the fact I detest it, I would have rather preferred to start. I agree with you. But look at the whole of it together. Where are we reaching? Finally, this is not a simple matter. We definitely think that, it will have spillover various issues. And the council should not be heard say that they were not given time, which is what they will finally come and say. Apart from, the fact that the bill is there, this is our problem. Not that you should understand that you are ready to go right now before 3, which you spoke of, you would have started. But then finally, what is it going to come? They will not cooperate. We can see where they are going. They'll come and say on that day they are caught up in that.
Sorry, Manoj,
Well, that's not fair.
We are,
We're not-
we
that's
lack-
I don't think they are saying that.
No, Mullah, this is not.
Otherwise, you should not have said that. When you are before this bench, you should have said, you will cooperate
start,
with
you
this
start.
and not put up the.
You start then, Mullah, it's all right.
No, it's okay.
We'll not appear in the other court. What else can we say?
No, we'll not hear it.
All right.
All right. Now let me just indicate a point. There is your lordships have spoken, so I don't want to now address you on that. Please take up IA 6140 of 2021.
Yes.
6140 of 2021, the paper book is before you.
Yes.
Now please go directly to page 40. And I'll just state my point and then your lordship may consider passing an appropriate order if you think it appropriate.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interlocutory application which we took out.
Yeah.
Let me just indicate a very brief background. The policy which is assailed in the writ petition in the Delhi High Court and now before your lordship, the original policy assailed is a 2016 policy. But the policy undergoes revisions from time to time.
21, we have the 21.
And there is now a 2021 policy, which we have also in turn placed on record, assailed, etc., etc. Now, what we are placing before you and what I am pressing now before the Constitution bench at an interlocutory stage are the prayers at page 40. So I'll just first place them and then I'll go on. 1. Stay the operation of the new privacy policy and terms of service dated
Where are you reading?
page 40. Para 83.
Yeah. Yeah.
1. Stay the operation of the new privacy policy and the terms of service dated 4th January 2021 of WhatsApp and direct that the date of coming into force of the new privacy policy and terms of service dated 8th February 21 shall be deemed to have been extended pending adjudication of the present special leave petition. Just allow me to read it and then I'll explain each prayer. 2. Direct that without prejudice to the rights and contentions of the petitioners, WhatsApp shall not apply lower privacy standards for Indian users, and WhatsApp shall apply the same privacy policy and terms of use for Indian users as is being applied for users in the European region. And 3, direct WhatsApp to give the following undertaking to this honorable court with respect to Indian users. Till such time that a data protection legislation comes into force in India, 1. WhatsApp shall not transfer or use any user data or information of Indian WhatsApp users with Facebook, any other Facebook company, or any third party for any purpose. And 2, WhatsApp shall not bring into force its new privacy policy dated 4th January 2021 for Indian users. Upon such data protection legislation coming into force, WhatsApp shall be at liberty to approach this court for modification or variation of the undertaking. And 4, direct the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, to issue necessary orders to WhatsApp to implement its new privacy policy and new terms of use for Indian users from 8 February 2021 and to take necessary steps to ensure compliance with such orders till further orders are made by this honorable court. Now, just let me summarize what is here and what the current position is. The original policy, not policy as in the privacy policy, the company's business policy was either you use WhatsApp, either you adhere to this new policy of ours, or we are discontinuing you from using WhatsApp. That was their original position. And then messages were sent to WhatsApp users saying agree to the new or opt out. On that element, there has been a change. What is the change? They have said that we are not going to throw you out if you don't adhere to it. However, they keep sending a message to those who haven't adhered to the new WhatsApp policy, and a reminder pops up every time you open WhatsApp or almost on a daily or weekly basis. On a daily basis, that please agree. So they haven't discontinued it, but they have brought in the WhatsApp policy. So now I'm making 2 points. The first point with broad points, and then I'll come into the details. The first broad point I'm making is that WhatsApp found itself in a similar situation with regard to the general data protection regulations of Europe, GDPR. So the situation they found in GDPR was that GDPR was on the anvil, or GDPR had come, but it came into force after, say, for a term of 2 years, because companies were given that lead period. At that point of time, they gave an undertaking even before GDPR had come into force, and they said that we will not prejudice in terms of sharing WhatsApp data with with Facebook. So please keep that in mind. So that is one request that I am making, because this is in terms of their European policy, they have expressly said so. They are not saying so insofar as India is concerned. So if they want the advantage of, let us have the advantage of a new act, etc., which comes into force, until that act comes into force, in our respectful submission, they ought to give such an undertaking, or the government of India takes appropriate steps and requires them to ensure that there is no such data transfer. That's first point. I'll develop it. Second point which I want to make is that the government of India itself has filed affidavits in challenges to the 2021 policy and said that this is a sleight of hand which you are taking against WhatsApp, and saying that the manner in which you are imposing this and telling users that either you drop out or you adhere is completely impermissible and violates the right to privacy. That's the government of India stand on affidavit in certain challenges which are pending. That's the second point. The third point which I will make is, I will take you through some of the clauses which are there insofar as the European requirement is concerned and which are not there insofar as India is concerned. So on these three planks, I'm going to make a request for these prayers. Now, please go immediately in this same application to page 23. Page 23. Now, here I'm going to just very quickly.
Have they filed the counter in this actually?
Yes, they filed it after notice. Correct. So I just quickly now indicate what they are telling European users. So I'll read it out from their own 2021 policy, which is absent in the India policy. I believe all of this is helpful, is wholesome and desirable, and ought to be the subject matter of the interlocutory order until whatever the Constitution bench then considers the case. Now, at paragraph 23. Please see para 66. It's extremely significant to note that several crucial parts of the new privacy policy applicable to European regions, which puts European WhatsApp users to notice regarding the amount of data information being collected by WhatsApp, the purpose for which the data information will be used, and giving the obvious option to WhatsApp users for access to rectification of, erasure of, and object to certain processing of their data is entirely missing from the new privacy policy applicable in India. For instance, some of the clauses which are present in the new privacy policy for European users and which are completely missing from the new privacy policy applicable to Indian users are reproduced as under. Please just let me read this quickly, the italicized portion. Legal basis for processing data is not provided. Under applicable, so this is, my lords, the European policy. Under applicable data protection law, companies must have a legal basis to process data. We rely on different legal bases to process the data for various purposes described in the privacy policy. As explained below, depending on the circumstances, we may rely on different legal bases when processing your data for the same purpose. For each legal basis below, we describe the purposes of our processing, why we process your information, and our processing operations, how we process your data. Example, we collect information from you and use it to create your account. We also list the categories of your data that we process for each purpose. You also have particular rights available to you depending on which legal basis we use, and we've explained these below. You should know that no matter what legal basis apply, you always have the right to request access to, rectification of, and erasure of your data. To exercise your rights, see the how you exercise your rights section below. We collect, use, and share information described in the information we collect section as necessary to operate and provide the messaging service and communication service described in our services section. Where applicable, including where consent is legally required, if you have given your consent, which you can revoke at any time, learn more here. As necessary to comply with legal obligations, such as when we are required to respond to a legal request from law enforcement, learn more here. When and as necessary to protect your vital interests or those of others, such as in the event of an emergency where there is a threat to your life or someone else's, as necessary from our or others' legitimate interests, including our interest in providing an innovative, relevant, safe, and profitable service to our users and partners, unless those interests are overridden by your interests of fundamental rights and freedoms that require protection of personal data, for example, to prevent our services being used for harmful and illegal activity. Where it is necessary in the public interest, learn more here. You may learn more about the ways and purposes for which we process the data and our legal basis for doing so. How the processing of the information takes place is not provided in the non-European policy. Provision of the services in accordance with terms. We process the data we have about you as described in the information we collect section as necessary to perform our contract with you, the terms. The categories of data we process will depend upon the data you choose to provide and the manner in which you use our service, which determines the information we collect automatically. The processing purpose is necessary to provide our contractual services are why and how we process your data. To operate, provide, improve, customize, and support our services as described in our services section of our terms, which include providing ways for you to connect and communicate with other WhatsApp users, including businesses. This includes collecting information from you to create a WhatsApp account, connecting you with businesses reachable via WhatsApp, analyzing your use of your services. Next bullet point. We use messaging metadata for the transmission of the communication, the operation of the services, including general traffic management and the prevention, detection, investigation, and remediation of failures, and for billing where applicable. Next bullet point, to ensure the safety, security, and integrity of our services. Next bullet point, we use messaging metadata to ensure the safety and security of our services, which includes their availability, authenticity, integrity, and confidentiality, and in particular, the prevention, detection, investigation, and remediation of security incidents, vulnerabilities, malware, and factors which could negatively affect the availability of services such as spam and even unauthorized access to use of services or user devices. Now, on the next page, your lordships will see to transmit to store and process your data in third countries, including the United States and other countries or territories as explained under. Data category use. We use information described in the information you provide, automatically collected information and third-party information sections of this privacy for this purpose. To communicate with you the services related issues, data category is used. Yes, we use information described in the information you provide. Now, none of this is there in the India policy. All of this there in the European policy, including your consent.
Go to page 28.
Page 28, yes.
They say that we rely on our legitimate interests.
Yes.
Or the legitimate interests of the third parties.
Yes.
Where they are not outweighed by your interests.
Yes.
Or fundamental rights and freedoms.
Correct.
And then they say that.
Right.
Then over the page at page 29.
Yeah.
They say to share information with the Facebook companies.
Yes. To share information with Facebook companies to promote safety and security and integrity. Yes. See how we work with other Facebook companies for more information. Legitimate interest relied on to secure systems and fight spam, threat, abuse, or infringement activities and promote safety and security. No problem with this at all.
Yeah,
yes.
What they have.
And
then how you exercise your rights at page 30.
Absolutely. How you exercise your rights?
You have a right to erase.
Yes.
Right to access, rectify, erase your information.
Yes, as well as the right to restrict and object to certain processing of your information. This includes the right to object to our processing of your information for direct marketing and the right to object to your processing of your information where we are performing a task in the public interest or pursuing our legitimate interests to those of third parties. We will consider several factors, etc. So this is there in the European policy, all these particular safeguards. Now please go in the same, as far as the same volume is concerned. So please just have a look at a couple of documents here. Please
what is the policy as far as India is concerned?
Yes, now this is absent. So in a manner of speaking, what we have said is that all of this is absent from the India policy.
Where is India policy?
Volume 10 of the convenience.
You're talking about India policy. Where?
It's in volume 10.
There? Yeah. Page 43. Same IA.
What's that? Page.
The same idea they are saying 40. In the same idea.
If your lordship has page 43,
yeah.
P1.
Yeah.
So this is last modified for January 4, 2021, WhatsApp privacy policy. If you live in the European region, WhatsApp Ireland Limited provides the services under these terms of conditions. That's the link. And then if you live outside the European region, WhatsApp LLC provides our services to you under the terms and services of the privacy policy. So this is the latter one which is applied to us. Now, just on the Facebook point, which your lordship asked, in the India context, please go to the foot of page 51. Towards the bottom, how we work with other Facebook companies. Your lordships have that.
Yeah. And this
As
is
part of-
this is applicable from A2. This is applicable from A2 2021. This
Yes. No, this was from 8 to 21.
2021.
So Manoj, let me just indicate there are two elements over here. The first is that the 2021 policy comes in from 8th of February 2021 and then certain extended dates. Your lordship is right. The problem which we have with Facebook, I should indicate, was also present in 2016 onwards. It was present in 2016 onwards, but this is their latest iteration. So please see bottom of 51. How we work with other Facebook companies. As part of Facebook companies, WhatsApp receives information from and shares information with other Facebook companies. We may use the information we receive from them, and they may use the information we share with them to help operate, provide, improve, understand, customize, support, and make our services and their offerings, including Facebook company products. This includes helping improve the infrastructure and delivery systems, understanding how our services and theirs are used, promoting safety, security, integrity across the Facebook company products. Example, securing systems and fighting spam, threats, abuse, and infringement activities, improving their services and your experience using them, such as making suggestions for you.
If your Lord permits, this is going to take us to the entire matter and the Malaj and dealing with it. Then you might as well. If this is what's going to happen, Malaj. He's saying that you apply the European standard, Malaj, when the government of India itself is not applying. And he wants a constitution bench to Malaj apply the European standards. That's deciding the policy. If this is what he wants, then let him argue the matter, Malaj.
It will take a lot of time for interim.
There's no point. It's the same time.
Traversing similar distance, spending a lot of time.
I don't understand, Malaj.
Let him not argue.
This is the main matter.
We will adjust not one.
Just the middle of the road, are you prepared to give some kind of undertaking as to
No.
where you are prepared to go?
But we can't for India alone, bro. We got Europe and
we cannot give
140 countries.
Please understand, well, we've
can't
got
give any, there's no question.
140 countries. We can't change the policy for India.
We discussed
And
it
now
in
he's
the-
saying you apply the European standard. That's not even the government of India's stand. And
but
that's
it-
the final relief. No, the constitution bench in an interim matter is going to give a final
Spending
relief.
more time on this.
Unnecessary.
Short of the European model which you are advocating, is there something which we can plug in so that the bare minimum which we can?
Malaj, we have already
No,
made a
what we are
statement.
saying is,
Hold on.
What are they prepared to?
Malaj, what has already been, we have already told the government of India in
Yeah,
a
letter to the
letter
ministry, Manoj.
to the ministry on May 22, 2021.
Let us see that.
We give the letters.
We just give the
You
letter.
see that?
Just let's read it.
Let us see what.
Yeah.
That's the concession point.
One point is
One
Mr.
second.
Sibal's statement this morning that WhatsApp users' data will not be shared with Facebook.
You are
companies.
absolutely wrong. I made a statement to the effect that there will be no ads on WhatsApp. Basic.
That is not.
Yeah, I don't know, my learned friend, Malaj, I think the people around the country have already heard this in the morning, Malaj.
So that, let's clarify that. Yes, let's see this.
See the next page, last page.
Let us see what works. We are at 3:20 now, so that also.
We don't see the second page.
Speak of the second page, the first paragraph,
Second page.
second page at the back.
Summarizes.
So it will summarize.
We take seriously the feedback we have received from your agency and want to confirm, that's
That's
mighty,
Ministry of Electronics.
Ministry of Electronics, that WhatsApp will not limit the functionality of how WhatsApp works in the coming weeks as previously planned. We will continue to display our update from time to time to people who have not yet accepted. In addition, we will display the update whenever a user chooses relevant optional features, like when a user communicates with a business receiving support from Facebook. We hope this approach reinforces the choice that people have in how they use WhatsApp, which was our intent from the beginning with this update. We will maintain this approach at least until the forthcoming personal data protection bill comes into effect.
In other words, one second. Lord, in other words, if you don't agree to our policy, you would go out of the system.
We don't want that to happen.
But we have not removed them from the system.
Even 1%.
Even one person by saying that till the PDP bill comes, Lord,
We will
the
continue.
position will be maintained. Otherwise,
That's right.
for the last 1 or 1.5 years, they would have been out of the system without use of WhatsApp.
We've not done that.
We
Mother.
haven't done that.
And the government has not proceeded against us. Mother. The government has agreed to this. Otherwise, under the policy, would have thrown them out.
So
But we
just
haven't.
see the government.
Now he says, no.
This letter.
This was prior. This letter is prior. There is no reply to this letter. This is
Yes.
also wrong.
So this now, in response to this, after this letter of 22nd May 2021, the government has filed an affidavit in a case called Dr. Seema Singh and others versus Union of India. So please see, after considering this letter at page 12, what the government of India says,
This is the main matter.
that it is humbly submitted that WhatsApp, sorry, your Lordship may just see that affidavit. This is an affidavit after this 22nd May 2021 letter. Sorry?
Where is the government of India?
The government of India is here.
Attorney,
So,
I'm here.
Oh, you're there.
yeah. Now see their stand.
Very much here.
Right.
I'm very much here.
The attorney is here. The government of
Yes.
India is not here.
That in response to the aforesaid communication of 18th, para page 12, that in response to the aforesaid communication dated 18th May 21, WhatsApp submitted its response dated 22nd May 2021, enclosing its preliminary affidavit, which has already been filed before this honorable court. That's the High Court.
Yeah.
That it is humbly submitted that WhatsApp, being respondent number 2, is indulging in anti-user practices by obtaining trick consent from the users from its updated privacy policy. It is submitted that millions of WhatsApp existing users, those who have not accepted the updated 2021 policy, are being bombarded with notifications on an everyday basis. The privacy and security of their personal messages and calls does not change. This is the message which is reproduced, and they've given a screenshot. Now please see para 12, that it is submitted that respondent number 2 has unleashed its digital prowess to the unsuspecting existing users and would like to force them to accept the updated 2021 policy by flashing such notifications at regular intervals. The game plan is very clear. That is to transfer the entire existing user base committed to updated 2021 privacy policy before the Personal Data Protection Bill becomes the law. That it is humbly submitted that the current notification as being pushed by respondent number 2 on its users, whether existing or new, is against the very grain of prima facie opinion of the Constitution Commission of India's order dated 24th March 2021, that in view of the aforesaid factual matrix, it is prayed that during the pending adjudication, in the interest of justice, the following interim directions issued: to desist from the action of pushing notifications, to place on record the number of times such notifications as on date are being pushed on an everyday basis, and what is the conversion rate of the policy. Now, after this, when the matter is in the High Court, they told the High Court that the matter is pending before the Supreme Court, so that matter is not proceeding over there.
No.
So
There have been
what's the month?
7 hearings. After that, there have been 7 hearings and no orders have been passed.
Divan,
Yeah.
What the government has said.
now you may say that the common man may not understand the implications of this.
Yeah.
Correct? If we indicate today in the order that this is a stand which has been held out by WhatsApp, this has been acted upon by the government of India. The bill is in whatever stage it is actually.
There's no bill today.
There's no bill as such, but it will be. So this will be given full publicity. That, which means what? What is the effect of this actually? What is it that they're holding out? They appear to hold out that they will not compel you in the manner that you will be forced to leave. You can continue with WhatsApp.
That's right.
Whatever is the agreement which you have already entered into, that will continue. I mean, obviously, we can't be saying that, you can renege on your contractual obligation. What you're complaining is about the 21 policy as per which the terms of that policy is being forced on you. On the pain of your being forced to leave WhatsApp.
Yes,
That they are not forcing you to do.
yes.
We can direct that wide publicity will be given to it. Yes. All users, who are using it will be informed that you don't have to, you can continue. You don't have to actually give this consent, as it were, which would involve giving up your rights. Now, what is the meaning of that?
Okay, just go for a moment to page.
What will happen because of that?
Yes.
What will happen because of that is the previous regime, meaning thereby the contract which you have entered into, read with the extent rules, will apply. Which means if
So whatever is to apply is, yeah.
what will apply will apply.
Yeah.
So that if contrary to the contractual obligation, if they do something which is also contrary to the rules, obviously action will, you can take action.
Let me just tell you, there are 2 points. I wish to make only 2 points. The first point I wish to make is that you have now seen, so there's nothing further to say, that there is a dramatic difference between the policy being applied in certain jurisdictions and the policy being applied in India. I've made that point over here. I've also flagged the issues that each one of these particular elements of consultation, right to object, consultation in the sense that you have an option to opt out, etc., are all wholesome and completely consistent with privacy rights. One. The second point I want to make is with reference to page 163. And this point is that they gave, when the GDPR was still in the anvil and had not come into force, the undertaking which they gave, the European regulators, was that, look, we will not share our data with Facebook entity. That's very important for me. Now, it's up for the court to make a call, but just go to page 163. This is their undertaking there. I've read out my prayer already. Please see para 17. In order to provide, page 163, in order to provide reassurance to public concerning any future sharing of data between WhatsApp and any company of the Facebook group on a controller-to-controller basis, WhatsApp Inc. and WhatsApp Ireland both give the following voluntary public commitment. A. WhatsApp will not transfer any WhatsApp EU user data, including the UK users, to any other Facebook company on a controller-to-controller basis for any purpose prior to the General Data Protection Regulation GDPR coming into force in 25th May 2018. WhatsApp will only commence the sharing of WhatsApp EU user data with any other Facebook company for safety and security purposes. Sorry.
EU means what?
European Union. So this was before European Union comes into force, the GDPR comes into force.
What have they given the undertaking?
They have given an undertaking that WhatsApp would not share data of WhatsApp users with Facebook, except for the security and other purposes, which are safety and security purposes. So what we are suggesting to the court, since it was mentioned that, look, we have still to have on the anvil, the act is to come, we'll have the advantage of a new law, etc., etc. Then surely, until the new law comes into force, just as in the case of European users, they said, we are not transferring data to Facebook and Facebook entities. So the question is, if you are awaiting, or if we are to await the, whatever Parliament chooses to do, if it chooses to pass an act, surely this is necessary in the facts and circumstances. Why should they be encashing and commercially using WhatsApp data for their business model and their business profits at this stage? This is my request. We have placed that prayer. I'm very grateful.
Two responses.
Just 1 second.
We'll have to
Just 2 minutes only. I have given a chart to your lordship.
2 minutes by the clock.
Let's see the chart.
Be going on like this.
Mr. Diwan has covered. I wanted to show the European order is already shown that. Just see the chart I handed over before.
Now we have said we are not hearing the case.
Your lordship is not hearing the case.
So that we are
But just see this minute what is that.
Yeah.
See in this chart, we are given the bird's eye view of all the three policies.
2 minutes.
2012, my lord, there was no problem. 2016, already, my lord, they have taken an agreement in this standard form saying we'll share it with Facebook, but not with third-party entities. 2021, my lord, is all comprehensive. A whole host of metadata, my lord, set out in column 1 is shared. And under the policy, my lord, they say we are parting with to Facebook, and they will, my lord, market it also. That is, my lord, the grievance, which was the undertaking pending the bill in, my lord, England, given to a commissioner. They went and told the commissioner, pending the bill, we will follow this. So, my lord, what is the sanctity of this consent which has been given in an I agree? Because already under 16 it is given.
If the 2016 has been departed from in the 2021
Yes.
privacy policy,
We have challenged 16 and 20.
You're already parties to the 2016 agreement, let us take it.
Assume that they would have signed the I agree.
Number one. So, and in terms of that, whatever will happen, we can't be
No,
preventing.
there they had a 30-day opt-out from sharing of data.
That's a matter which we'll have to decide.
That opt-out should be given.
So now we've come to the 21 policy.
Yes.
Now, as far as the 21 policy is concerned, this is a public interest litigation. Correct?
It is a.
We take it, it's a public interest litigation.
Yes. Just to
If it is not a public interest litigation, then we can only say it's applicable to the.
No, Milord, it is. I am Internet Freedom Federation. Our Learn Fund is an association, Milord.
That's right.
Divan is
That's right. So let us see, understand what really is meant by all these documents
Yes.
and the law. You see, 2016 already entered into, you agree. 2021 privacy policy, they are saying that if you don't agree, you can still continue. Otherwise, they could have snapped you off. You would
Yes.
not be using it.
Yes.
Number one. Number two.
in 2016.
Listen, please listen.
Sorry.
Please listen.
Yeah.
Therefore, as far as the transfer of policy or making use of the policy in terms of the new privacy policy of 2021 is concerned, those who have not actually signed the agreement.
Or opted out. Of 60.
Yeah, that's right. No,
Same thing.
21, we are talking about 21.
21, but that has to have two categories.
That's right. Let us
Yes.
the first category. Those who have not signed the 21 policy, they will not be bound by the privacy terms. Which means what? Which means if they act contrary to the 21 privacy policy, which means that, they're taking away your rights under the law, which means the rules and the act. The bill is something we need not consider. Then you will have a right of action under the rules. I mean, like you can invoke the provisions and take compensation under 43A or whatever it is that 72, 73A or 43A.
72A.
72A is the enabling provision for sensitive personal information.
So therefore.
No. 72A.
What is the undertaking? We'll put it to them in terms of the undertaking, whether they are prepared to give that undertaking. That's a different matter. If they are prepared to do that, well and good, that will bring
May I make a short?
put them they'll have a better image.
May I make a short?
One second. 2016, we not also had an opt-out clause for 30 days.
So just a crossover to you. You are
May I just
operating
make one-
600 million
Yes,
customers as well.
yes.
So
But how many have complained, Mullah? Just
no,
a,
through
yeah.
that, are you prepared to treat the Indian people on par with the Europeans?
That's the government to decide. I'm sorry to say.
So
Mullah, I'm sorry.
evidently you're sitting here, you're not saying anything.
No, I
Mullah, I'm sorry. Mullah, that's the bill that is before you does not adopt the European standards.
That's right.
Does not adopt.
Deliberately.
So Mullah, deliberately, number one.
What is the difficulty in actually
Mullah, the difficulty is,
treating Indians similarly to?
no, because there is, Mullah,
I'm the holding company.
Mullah, there is 140 countries, Mullah, so therefore India must be treated with Europe and not with the other 139 countries. Then who is to decide that, Mullah?
But in terms of consumers,
Consumers also in all those 139 countries, Mullah, are accepting this.
What is the economics? Is it
Yes.
is a matter which goes to economics?
But we can also show the European user suffers drastically. We'll show that also.
Yes, Mullah,
Yes,
yes.
European user suffers. We got the chart on that.
Their services are very poor and much
Much-
less
much
than
poorer.
what we give. But be that as it may, Mullah.
That's why US doesn't have it. Singapore doesn't
Therefore,
have it.
Mullah, this is the final relief that they are asking for in the main petition.
But we are aware of.
That's right. Then number
The
two,
question is whether you are prepared to give it.
Mullah, I've said that we will not cancel them. Mullah. They are on WhatsApp. They continue to use WhatsApp. They are not forced to accept the policy till the PDP bill comes. If the PDP bill comes, we are bound by it. And in England, Mullah, there was a law already, a protection law already, data protection law already.
And what is the sharing of data with, what is it that you?
Mullah, as I said to your lordships, there is what is called a business app. Business app which came into force in 2018. Whereas this was not there in 2016.
Okay.
So they want to take advantage of the business app and then say that you should not share anything with Facebook if they are both on Facebook and WhatsApp.
So it is only shared in the context of the business act.
That's right. Yes. Otherwise, only,
Section and let that be recorded.
one second.
Let that be recorded.
Please understand. Otherwise, only the basic subscriber information is shared. Mullah.
So those who use the business app
Malad,
Malad, can I
Malad,
Let us understand what.
Malad, let's be clear on it. Malad.
What is it that?
Malad, it is better, I would suggest, Malad, we take back whatever we said. Please argue the matter because this can't be decided in this matter.
No, what is the difficulty?
Malad, we will take 2 hours to explain this, Malad.
Malad, can I just say?
Let's start the. What we're asking you is, unless you refuse to share with us, we'd like to ask you.
Yes.
What is it that you are sharing with?
Malad,
Malad,
we'll have a presentation, we'll show it to your lordship.
We've got a presentation.
Malad, can I just something that I can answer in 1 second? Yes.
But I'm the holding company, Lord. So I have Meta, which is the former Facebook. We have got WhatsApp, we have got Instagram, we have got Facebook. So we're all subsidiaries. Now I want to clarify this. The lead motive or the undercurrent of the petitioner stand is don't treat India differently from you're treating the Europeans. That is the fundamental point. Again and again we'll be arguing, and that's the core of the issue. What happened in Europe was well before what is GDPR? General Data Protection Regulations. The General Data Protection Regulations are framed under the Data Protection Act. There was a Data Protection Act. The Data Protection Regulations were in debate because it's 27 countries in the EU. You have to get consensus. So it took 5 or 6 years to get it. In the meantime, some WhatsApp gave some undertaking. Now, what we found is this actually reduces the efficiency of WhatsApp is our stand. We will do it. So my submission is what was basically put to Europe was put to a parliamentary committee. They asked us, why can't you treat India like Europe? That is part of the parliamentary discussion. Yeah. And in the memorandum, they say we have considered the experience in Australia, Netherlands, Europe, and this. After considering all these countries, the provisions similar to the GDPR are not there in the bill because it is not possible. Now, therefore, my submission is, if it's a privacy issue, I'm sure, my lord, 400 million Americans are not going to sleep. They got enough more hyperactive NGOs there also. It's not that only we are here.
Billions of Indians there.
Millions now. Yes. Now my submission is US, now UK because UK is out of the EU, Singapore, Australia, all these developed countries, entire Africa, entire South America, all have got the same thing except Europe. So barring 27 countries, the remaining, all the 150, 200 countries, all have got one single model, which is the model we follow in India. Now, Lordship asked, what is WhatsApp business? How it is done? But what has happened is, I'll explain if my friends can correct
Yes.
But these people, I'm sorry, the petitioners do not understand what they are asking for. Today, my lord, WhatsApp business used by small kirana shops, used by small shirt manufacturers. Now, I'll give you an example of what WhatsApp business does. I want to purchase, let's say, an Alan Solly shirt or an Arrow shirt. Now, WhatsApp business has got now the Alan Solly shop will be a WhatsApp business account. I go to their WhatsApp business account and there's a facility where I can go and choose the shirt I want, etc. There is a Google Pay or WhatsApp Pay and so on. Now, when I purchase the share, the transaction will be recorded by Alan Solly. He may take place on the Facebook server. He may take place on some other Amazon cloud server, whatever it may be. Now, as far as I am concerned, even though I buy an Alan Solly shirt, I'm never going to get bombarded with advertisements. But once I am in a WhatsApp business, the fact that I bought a shirt involves a third party and that data will be stored. Suppose I book an Air India ticket, it will be stored on Air India server by the third party. That's why Mr. Rodgi and I said we both don't have any Facebook account. We don't have anything. So as far as my account is concerned, I'm not on WhatsApp business. I don't buy anything on WhatsApp. My messages are end-to-end encrypted.
WhatsApp business is a separate
about the metadata.
Yes, no, right. The entire metadata was in regulation 27 of Aadhaar. Yeah. Metadata is analyzing the data of the data. Metadata, like metaphysics, is a physics. So as far as metadata is concerned, we have got very, very clear instructions. Now, say for example, I've bought an Alan Solly shirt. Let's go and say, this is both us. On Facebook, I purchase shirts. I buy Alan Solly shirt. It may happen that Facebook advertiser may get a van user advertisement because he has sold it. The artificial intelligence which is there in all the apps, not just WhatsApp and Facebook, every single app, ICRC, like you take Make My Trip or you take Google. I just Googled one thing of how to see the Nile cruise. I got bombarded with Google. What are the options of hotels and what are the Nile cruise available? What are the airlines to Egypt?
And WhatsApp doesn't do that.
Yes, all that is done because the system picks it up. And please see, since I've asked for Egypt, they don't tell me how to go to Colombia or they go to Venezuela. This is how the user experience is enhanced because they know what are the preferences of this person and the advertisement goes to them. I'm talking of Google and other apps. Now, as far as the main petition is WhatsApp, again and again they say WhatsApp should not share WhatsApp. WhatsApp on pure end-to-end does not share any message or any violation of privacy. And what is privacy? Personal privacy, information privacy, autonomy. None of the Puttaswamy are violated.
That is why they have not shared anything with your lordship,
What
that
is-
this is what has been shared.
What does WhatsApp share?
Exactly. We don't share anything except for the basic service information. But as far as I'm concerned and Mr. Rogi is concerned, our information is not close to anybody.
Phone number really.
Only phone number.
It's a phone number.
Yes, and I'll tell lordship why. There is
And the
also,
instrument details.
and the WhatsApp has got a permission facility of auto delete. You can delete your messages.
Manoj,
itself.
there is something we share, we can show the purpose of sharing. It has nothing to do, Manoj, for the purpose
Privacy and
of privacy at
advertising.
all.
And one more thing,
Manoj, and we'll satisfy
This
you, your
WhatsApp
lordship will have to hear.
Not this WhatsApp business is separate from the WhatsApp which your lordship might be using.
Yes,
If a lordship takes
This
WhatsApp,
WhatsApp, how are you?
business
This
messaging
normal
app.
WhatsApp, there is a WhatsApp business.
This
also.
messaging app.
That's a separate app. It's a
If you don't want to be there,
where
Manoj, you'll get
can
none
go
of
Buy
this.
a shirt.
If you don't want to be on the WhatsApp business messaging app, you'll not get any information.
2021.
But if you want to be there, Manoj, you say you want to be there, but at the same time, some data which they have collected, third party has collected, they should not share. How will that be possible, Manoj?
Under the 2021.
Everything will fall apart.
and the whole difficulty is now WhatsApp has got arrangements with numerous
WhatsApp can,
small.
under the 2021 policy, share its data with all Facebook companies.
No.
What data?
That's the clause in the 2021 policy.
Tell us what data we are sharing.
I'm sorry,
Have you signed that agreement?
I'll tell your lordship about that. Those are, that's one issue, of course.
So that's the first issue.
Yes.
Have you signed that
The
agreement?
first issue is as far as,
So they have said,
Yes.
though you have not signed it, they
Yes.
are not going to sign
Yeah,
you
your
off.
lordship is right. If someone has not signed it, they are not troubled. But what's going on instead? Every day, and this is a
You're being
specific.
bombarded, you're being bombarded.
No, and this is a specific practice recognized also by the European Union as a practice deleterious to privacy, which are called dark patterns, where a pop-up
Dark
comes
pattern.
up, dark patterns, where a pop-up comes up every day. And a user's preference is ultimately controlled by his need to get rid of that irritated, that irritant.
Once a month.
This is I accept finally. You may say no 10 times. You may say no 15 times. On the 20th day, most users will end up saying, I accept. That's a dark pattern. It's well known.
Supposing we say that why publicity will be given.
Coupled with,
Please tell us how WhatsApp, how many times WhatsApp has done it. We don't do it, it's wrong.
Every day, the
Please
user-
tell me, show it. Put it on affidavit.
the union, sorry.
publicity.
We will today order.
Yes.
Nothing.
Notice stand taken by WhatsApp.
Yes.
The communication with Government of India. We will note this. We stand by that and we will say that wide publicity will be given by the Government of India in every which way, so that those who are interested in this are informed that they need not be troubled.
But there's an additional aspect.
One more,
There's an additional aspect.
one more after the publicity, even to those who accepted, when they had no publicity, then an option be given to access. It's a very reasonable request.
Because ultimately, our claim is,
Mr. Vishwanathan, there is something.
We'll pass the order right now, if you want us.
Get the publicity is not a welcome option, welcome that.
That's what we
But
thought.
that, the benefit of that publicity,
Can be given.
Manoj, we put,
give to those who accepted without the publicity.
there is one more aspect which is precisely that. Your lordship is,
Another thing, curious thing we want, like we are striking at that. Actually, what is the loss that is costing?
Yes.
Just before we explain what's troubling us. You're getting to use this WhatsApp.
yes.
You don't pay a single pipe for that as such.
For international calls.
You don't pay anything, I guess.
In fact,
Use of the internet charges.
Even for international calls, also.
yes, free, video call, all free.
And we all believe in this system.
Yes, yes.
Can I answer this?
Group calls, everything.
Would like to know.
Yes.
You're using it on the basis of the payment internet charges. Apart from that, you don't make any
Exactly.
payment.
Your lordship is right. Monetarily, it seems that there's no
Seems
cost.
Yeah,
Your
then
lordship
that
is right.
because now we are considering
Yes.
an interim application.
Yes.
So
But-
we are not yet reached a final conclusion
I understand.
because of recent.
Because your lordship
There
is
we
troubled by that
have to
question.
balance it. That's why we evolved this kind of a relief. We thought we could.
Lordship is troubled by that question. What is the loss cost to you? The so one is there a monetary loss cost to you? Obviously, you're not paying money, so there's no monetary loss cost to you. The second aspect is there a privacy loss cost to you?
That's right.
That's the second aspect. So now there is a well-recognized, what Mr. Diwan referred to as surveillance capitalism. There is a well-recognized idea that the cost of all these apps is a privacy loss. That's the cost. That's the constitutional question facing it.
Monetary value to it also.
Exactly.
you can end up finally by putting a monetary value to it.
Yes,
Not
they
every-
monetize it.
Not this is what we call in,
When your lordship sees the 2021 policy, forget about the issue of who has consented, who has not. Why is that policy then? Why do they say we can share all this data with other Facebook companies? Who are these other
I
Facebook
mean, are
companies?
they out here to do charity?
No, they're not.
They're
But
not.
then they should do it transparently.
Do you want a gift
No.
thrust down your throat?
But if they are saying, now,
Still, after you accept a gift,
yes.
actually it's a gift.
Your lordship, let's look at the lay of the land here for a
but it's
moment.
onerous gift.
What happened in COVID?
Transfer of property.
What happened in COVID?
It was a predatory.
This country has
They're
the
not, they're
largest.
not brushing aside your point.
But let
You are
me,
making these observations only in the context of an IA.
yes.
In a matter where you have to actually climb the summit of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and say probably.
We're at the base camp.
Base camp, somewhere the other base camp. You have to mount so many.
But it is important to understand this issue because
That's the
this
final
narrative
relief.
that is being given that you're getting something for free, number
Yeah,
one, you're not.
see, we have heard right from 10:30. So what is the objectionable data which was transferred?
That's why
Yes.
he doesn't
That's
Malad,
the-
mention it.
For the past 3 hours or thereabouts, we have been hearing it. Please tell us.
Not nothing in the affidavit, not a single affidavit mentioned.
Not a single affidavit, not a single Malad
We want to know.
piece of information that this is what has been shared.
You have been saying that, then what is,
No evidence.
at least one, what is it? Only to understand,
Yes.
only to
As an
understand.
example, as one example, WhatsApp's own policy says your location information can be shared with the Facebook companies. It says so, as one example. Now, what are the Facebook companies?
You can turn off location.
Instagram.
It's simple.
I can't. I don't have an option. How I can turn off?
We don't share your location.
Nothing is being
Well, I
shared.
don't
How
interrupt
I
my
can
friend.
turn it off?
Well, I don't interrupt my friend. Page 4109.
Even
We
located.
do not share your location with someone on WhatsApp. Your location is protected end-to-end encryption. Let's not get into all this.
Also says that even after you turn it
Your
off.
lordship will have to hear this at length.
Still be-
I will have to.
That is one thing.
It can't be decided like
That's
that.
one.
Everybody knows.
Day in, day out, we are putting our location, live location on WhatsApp.
Uber.
And we share. Live location.
Yes.
Live location. We put it there to facilitate ourselves. So the family should know where I am.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Now, tell us one thing. If you don't want it, you don't want to use this app. You don't want this live location to be shared. Live location.
They don't allow option.
Yes,
Option is
yes,
there.
the
Allow,
option
don't
is
allow.
there. This is the crux. Your
You
lordship is
want
saying.
the facility to be availed.
Your lordship has hit.
At the same time, you want to say nothing to
Your
it.
lordship says
And
it's a
Malad,
question
Why
of
destroy
choice.
it? Go.
Your lordship says it's a question of choice.
And why WhatsApp?
What are they
What
saying?
about Google, Manoj?
What are they saying? If I want WhatsApp to have my location, no problem. They are saying
WhatsApp
if
actually
you
from
use
morning
WhatsApp,
to evening.
I will give all my other companies a location.
Which
Is that a choice?
have you given?
Is that how consent is procured? That's the question before your lordship.
Ultimately, boils down to me. If you are a very disciplined citizen, everything goes in the right
Has
direction.
to be a very educated citizen also.
I'm sharing this.
That's the point of privacy.
Your- It's rather curious, Manoj, that 10:30 to now, it's only WhatsApp, WhatsApp and WhatsApp. Whether there are any number of intermediaries, there is no Manoj's argument with them. I wonder why this is happening.
Entire petition is on all the intermediaries, but
It's not a
been
time also. We're older to hear it or not.
That's right, that's
No,
right.
no, the petition is heard.
Sorry,
and
Manoj, my friend made a very important argument.
Refused to have it.
Lordship has to ask the question, why are they targeting only WhatsApp?
Exactly.
600 million users.
No, that's all.
Whereas
600
Google and other platforms,
Has
the
billion users. Email, Google.
email, Google.
I don't think, my lord, they should shoot on Google.
No, we are not shooting.
I have a separate
during-
make and I will make
No,
you.
but-
Let WhatsApp defend itself.
No, we are only saying that why is it that the argument is concentrated only on
Tell
WhatsApp?
your lordship.
Just answer to the question of how which went for my notice profiling.
Because we are the most secure app.
That's for bad. What they actually do is by collecting all this metadata from us, they end up profiling a person, a user of a Facebook, and then they influence choices. And
Oh, I see. Which choices have been influenced of yours?
Cambridge Analytica collected all of this data, influenced it politically, in which 5 lakh Indian users' data was also shared.
That some material must be before us.
Yes.
It's all there. We have taken these pleadings, all those documents are.
Eating is not material.
Cambridge Analytica was particular situation.
Exactly. Mr.
And not to do with WhatsApp. It has nothing to do with WhatsApp.
5 lakh Indian
Because
users.
now every other person are describing themselves as influencer.
That's
We
right.
have not understood the meaning.
Have you influenced me? Suppose.
The Facebook admitted
Suppose you get so many viewers on a YouTube.
Technology.
But Dr. Lordship, suppose
That's
I'm
what-
doing a cookery class and I got more than say 100,000 users, then I become an influencer. Then they will tell me to put this particular cook.
To cook.
No, you're in for public opinion.
Manoj, I'm on.
I just respond to that. Please allow me 2 minutes.
I am on Pinterest, Manoj. I'm just saying.
Just allow me 2 minutes.
I am on
I've
Pinterest.
spoken this
Manoj.
morning.
In Pinterest, I can access architecture. So, Manoj, and I access 2-3 times architecture. I get every day, Manoj, I get information on architecture. What's wrong with that?
Manoj, I'll give 3 examples.
You become influencing. Who is the influencer?
The person, Manoj, the influencer is the, but all of us are influencers. All of us.
No, my friend said,
So
I-
what's,
I tried to access Everest base camp.
what is the loss cost to?
Question of power.
What's the harm? Manoj, harm is defined in the data bill itself. Harm is defined.
Please permit me for 2 minutes.
Bodily harm, distortion or theft of identity, harassment and provision of lawful gain or causation of
Submission belongs.
So none of this is covered. Harm is defined.
We are only considering the application now.
Yeah.
On that point, belongs.
There's nothing else to be done.
No,
Yes.
only on that point, make me responsible.
Council,
I'm in a different matter, Manoj.
no.
So allow me 2 minutes.
Please understand the spirit of what has been said.
All the applications.
That's right, just that bit.
So what we will do is we will refer to this communication. We will refer to the, stand taken. Now, one more thing, do you intend to, because you said that you are not doing it, because that you're bombarding them as you were saying.
Yes.
Are you saying that you are not bombarding the customer?
No, they are saying I'm doing it daily. No, Manoj, I'm not doing it daily. On a periodic basis, I tell them, there's nothing wrong with that.
So what does the government of India say? Because the Attorney General.
Government of India has not, Manoj, objected to this.
You're not,
Affidavit was read to you.
permitting the government of India to open up. Both of you are actually, between.
I'm only trying to.
Your stand. Why are-
I look at, I think I go by this general proposition.
Put the microphone in
suggested.
front of you.
As far as the interlocutory application is concerned, I don't think Lordship will travel beyond the narrow domains of the application. And particularly when there are no factual matrix available for them to, no, number one. Number two, I've seen the reply given by the government of India to that letter. And it asks WhatsApp to undertake a certain course of action. And it's up to them to take a course of action. Suppose they don't do it, government of India will follow it up. That's all right.
It's no problem. But we had multiple discussions with ministry.
What is it that you have, that you've asked them to do, in which if they don't do, you will follow it?
They have not.
They are happy with our plan.
What is it that, they say, what does it? It say that you will follow it up.
Lord, may I just suggest your lordships?
That's all that we have.
Lord, may I just suggest your lordships kind consideration?
You can't have it both ways.
No.
This is the government of India.
No, I'm just
That's
saying
fine.
that what we told the government of India pursuant to discussion was that page 2 paragraph, that is the undertaking we gave. It is continuing till today. The lordship indicated that will continue till the bill takes shape.
That's all.
And lordship wanted it to be publicized, so we publicized in English newspaper.
We publicize it.
Further order.
Until further.
Yeah.
Until further order. We make-
Unless PDP bill. Until PDP bill. Until PDP bill comes.
Or lordship may say until further orders or till
That's
the act
true.
is
I say
passed.
PDP bill because otherwise it will continue after the bill also.
That's better.
Or the bill comes.
Yes,
the
till the
bill
bill comes, absolutely.
No, bill comes.
Manoj, because the bill comes.
Then enactment.
The enactment,
Yeah.
the enactment happens.
That's right.
Till the enactment
If
happens.
enactment comes,
Your lordship gives liberty to make.
we'll see.
Not liberty, don't say that.
Until further orders.
But the bill will override
When the law-
that, and we can't say
You don't know
that.
what the bill is going to look like and what is.
Whichever way it is, whichever way it is.
Bill is going to look like.
Manoj, whatever-
Only because of the lack of.
No, but what will happen is, Manoj, that this will
Now, the next
continue.
question is,
Yeah.
how do you give publicity to this?
We'll give it, Manoj, in newspapers.
Who will do it?
We have put it on website already.
That's
We have given publicity. Otherwise, we'll give it also on newspaper.
On our website, it is there.
It is there already.
No, website is not good enough. Who's going to, who knows about your website?
But anybody who accesses it will go to the website. Manoj.
But it should come in the visual media.
Visual media, Manoj, why would your lordship?
The visual media, at least that you should do.
Manoj, I don't know, Manoj. I'd rather go to website than
Manoj,
watch
can I-
television nowadays, Manoj.
Can I just?
That's a different matter.
Can I
Well,
just
that's-
suggest
I don't-
one option, Lord, is that too, which we do for other sale of large properties when like the Sahara mat, when properties all over India have to be sold, usual direction is one all India edition of any
Yes, sir.
paper, Lordship.
we are not going to permit you to do that alone. It can't be done on a single solitary basis. You have to do it at least 3, 4 times.
No, no.
Maybe once in a fortnight, then thereafter next fortnight. So
But as for what?
nobody will know about it. Nobody will know about it.
People will get confused on that.
Except that perhaps we are on national TV.
No, Maharaj, with greatest respect, Maharaj, with the greatest
Indirectly, your
respect.
lordship may consider
Yeah.
these push notifications that come. They don't have an option that says no. There's a cross.
It says, that's also wrong. It says.
Wrong.
It is wrong, Maharaj. I don't know why my learned friends are
Once a
making
user
some.
says no, it doesn't appear again.
What do you say?
But
Does it have that?
Yes, it
Yes, it does.
Then how will you get them?
How does it come every day? then?
cross. There is a
Well,
cross.
there is a cross there, Maharaj. You have to cross it. That's all.
Then it comes up again the next day.
I can
There
show
be
it.
an option of no. Once the no is pressed, it does not come up again. Why are users being directed?
But I don't understand why we are getting into these matters, Maharaj.
Because we are not getting into the case.
Let's go into the case.
Go, I'm ready.
Shall we do one thing?
Yeah.
One thing. One edition, English edition. Because now, and we can say one vernacular paper.
Ideally, it will be in some channel. Even government of India can actually mention.
Not may I make a suggestion? We can send a message to the users who have not accepted on WhatsApp.
What will you say?
But giving the details of this communication, not saying that this is the situation, you can choose to accept not. That way those users who have not accepted have specific information.
We'll have to take
And what's happening is those who have not opted, they know it because they get the pop-up every month. So they know that because what happened, almost 99% have accepted. Only this one group, few groups, they say we don't want to opt.
Not groups, individuals.
Individuals.
Yes, no, groups.
Lordship will say out of 600 billion, please find out 599.9.
How do you give the right publicity? Just tell us that.
No, I'll tell Lordship why.
Keeping in mind that the
No, I'll put it this way. Those who have agreed to the new privacy policy, they are not concerned. Like I'm not concerned. I don't have any problem with the new privacy.
Even those who have agreed,
Yes.
have agreed because they were just irritated or just forceful, as your lordships correctly observed. They should be given a choice as well. But anyway, now your lordships have passed.
Well, one option is newspaper. Other option is to say that those who have said don't agree, who are still waiting on their wings for the judgment of the court, they can do that.
keeping in mind that most users are voice messages because they can't type. That publicity has to be meaningful.
What publicity?
It can't be a message saying we'll conform with some communication.
But who has complained? Who is you? You are just targeting WhatsApp. Yeah, you got some other agenda in mind.
Now that we have done, what days we are posting it? Because it cannot be now before.
The parliamentary session suppose gets over end of March. Lordship may post it sometime in the first week of April. Lordship will know the idea. Suppose the bill has gone through.
We'll know exactly the position.
So at least, before summer vacation, we'll know we have some clarity. That's my
Just
suggestion.
we will post it not for hearing, it's only for direction.
That's correct, fair enough.
Otherwise, again, it will be,
Yes.
Muslims will come here and argue and
Fair
argue.
Lordship, put it at 2 o'clock also, Monday.
That's it, just for.
Compliance and direction.
April, because the session gets over around the 10th of April.
No, I think it was the 3rd of April is what the Solicitor General.
1st of April will be the ideal day. For a case of, we have been going through
By
this.
that time, we would have crossed the Ides of March.
No, we'll really try 1st April.
1st of April is a Saturday.
So your lordship may put it on the 7th or the 8th after the parliamentary session is over.
Yes.
8 is Saturday.
10th.
10th is
Very
fine.
No, 10th is a miscellaneous day. 11th.
11th.
11th, we'll put it at 3 p.m. 30 p.m.
Yeah.
No more than that.
10:30 a.m. Manoj, let us have it before the Constitution bench at
That's
10:30
all
a.m.
right.
Then your lordships can disperse and do a full day's work.
10:30 a.m. for direction.
Can't really dispute on that.
Number 2, reasons for adjournment. Now you tell us finally that publicity, how you do it. So that before I dictate, I should be told.
Newspaper and message.
What will you do it for?
Print and visual media.
Who will do it?
WhatsApp will do it.
Company will do it, obviously.
But I will ask WhatsApp subsidiary to do it. WhatsApp will do
The
it.
profit you're making, you know.
Print and visual media.
No, print
Visual
is enough.
means what?
Print and visual media means what?
Print is below national newspapers, they themselves say, including regional newspapers, and below the channel.
How many
channel?
832 channel, what is happening?
Talking about.
Doordarshan, you can do it, but we don't know how many people watch.
What people will get?
Please don't misunderstand it. There is a huge qualitative difference now. Doordarshan and that I.
Much better news. Much better news.
news.
No shouting.
That's a national.
And the reach is great.
It should be watched by more people. I watch Doordarshan News. Watched by more people.
Oh, yeah.
Medium is
Because I remember in Delhi 1970s, Doordarshan would start at 7. And
Rishi Darshan.
yeah.
That's right.
But we have come a long way. Please don't belittle that.
even January.
Reach is
But can
great.
we do
No, but honestly, it's the most balanced news.
Balance.
Most balanced
We will
news.
give that.
Politics.
There's no agenda there.
No.
Yes, that was personal.
But what I'm submitting is
What happened was in the first week
The
of January.
Doordarshan you can do it.
No.
But in
Government of India can do it.
In January, we gave a front page ad in the newspaper.
give that
Because
same
we
ad
give
again.
that same ad again because we were directed. That's the best way to do it.
So ad you will give it in which.
All newspapers.
All newspapers.
All national.
All national newspapers.
No. In prominent. Or not all in the sense.
Not all prominent national news, Times of India, Hindustan Times, Hindu, Indian Express. That's good enough.
Around 5.
That's good
You've
enough.
been doing it once.
Once.
Then what about visual media?
Visual media, mother, some people will see, some people may not see, mother. It's a
People, you know-
1 minute, it's a 1 minute news. We don't repeat this like news, mother. So the people, most millions will not even see it.
Repeat it. Why don't you repeat it?
But mother,
What is
How much does it cost you?
No, one full page ad
With
costs
cost, mother.
4-5 crores all India.
what's the?
It's not the cost is not important. Information. Only one, can I say this one thing? We give a quarter page ad. We give a quarter page ad. Repeating, if we'll give it out one week and repeat it after 15 days. That's enough. By the time April will come.
Same advertising.
Be on social media also, madam.
No,
There are
no,
companies that won't cost.
We are also on WhatsApp. We'll do that in WhatsApp itself.
WhatsApp will also certainly be done.
WhatsApp?
We are anyway sending.
We are doing it already on WhatsApp.
You're doing full page or
We will give a
We'll do quarter page twice. That's better. Instead of full
There
page,
is a
we'll use it.
website, there with a website where it is already there.
That you will, that's already there.
That's
Quarter
right.
page twice.
So that's done. Then
Same advertising.
same advertisement in newspapers.
This no option.
Yes.
When, you know, if you have a definite no option, you will not beguile somebody.
No.
Not because that requires technology changes.
Countries, but
That
this is
requires
the problem.
changing the technology. It
Well,
becomes difficult now. But
this year.
10th March, Roche is putting on 10th April. What happens is I've got servers all over. I can't just change now because I've got same used in 140 countries. We can't change it just like that.
Like that.
It is like that.
It's so nice.
Not we give a cross like this because then even if you can't read, you can understand what a cross means.
The status quo will continue.
Government government independently.
No, we will do advertising. The government is
Can do it, but government, Doordarshan can do it. Whoever wants Doordarshan.
not
If
necessary.
they, if they opt for Doordarshan, we have no problem, but
You will have a problem in doing it.
But may I say this one thing, Lord? One quarter page ad in the national dailies. Let's say on today's 1st February, on 15th February and again on the 1st March, two times. By the time the next 10th April hearing is coming. And that's enough English paper.
Let them do it in Doordarshan regional.
Yeah.
And print, since they're doing it in English.
Doordarshan regional.
Then
That's going to regional Doordarshan. Every below the language, there is a DD.
That you can do.
But I don't know which, because Hindi, I think the Dainik Bhaskar of Amar Ujala has got a lot of, one Hindi paper.
Let the Doordarshan carry it.
All right.
Government of India doesn't lose any money. I mean, it's nothing much.
All right.
Is the WhatsApp is the only entity which is you carry all this money? There are no other intermediaries which do the same thing, which will not carry. Well, this is not.
And everybody
Yes,
can
what kind of signal are we sending, Malad? That WhatsApp is the whole world, that WhatsApp is targeted, Malad. Why for what?
Because we took up WhatsApp case.
But Malad, it is the case is, the PDP bill is not about WhatsApp, Malad.
And others change their privacy policy
Malad,
also.
they are all, Malad, gathered here only to target WhatsApp. But they have not talked about any other intermediary. Maharaj.
EU law applies to other intermediaries.
EU law applies to all intermediaries. They have not said that.
Adjournment.
They have not said that.
What are you saying that?
It is coming out of envy. The subscriber base of WhatsApp is leading subscriber base of WhatsApp. I say it is generated from envy.
Google is also there, Maharaj.
No, but WhatsApp is studying. Anyway, there are intermediaries. You are right, Mr. Sibal. There are several intermediaries, but why my name?
The information.
Maharaj, why? Because they get service free from us and they don't get it from others.
The concept
All
of
right.
the question is
We are not asking an answer for.
Newspaper. When this matter was taken up.
Newspaper should be the.
When these
Same
matters were
advertisement
taken up,
will
the respondents, in particular the learned counsel, Attorney General and the Solicitor General, appearing on behalf of the Union of India, again brought a notice the fact that a bill,
Data protection.
a data protection, a bill,
Personal data protection bill.
all the personal data.
It is digital personal data protection.
The Digital Personal
Personal
Data Protection Bill 2022.
Personal
Data protection bill.
Data protection bill
2022.
is on the anvil of being
Placed before the parliament.
placed before the parliament. We don't know what that means. We are putting it to your mouth. Yes. Before the parliament. It is their conviction that the bill it will be considered and so don't say put in it. Bill would cover most of the would deal with all the aspects. Will deal with the aspects which are subject matter of the petitions before this court. And it is prayed that the case may not be taken up. This is totally. This request is also echoed by the London Senior Counsel for the respondent, Kapil Sibal. Who else is there? All of us. You are also taking shelter under that.
Mr. Rothgi.
No,
Mr. Rothgi.
Mr. Luthra.
Mr. Luthra.
Luthra also.
For Twitter bullets, I also Raju Ramachandran.
Raju Ramachandran also.
And not to forget Google.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. London Senior Counsel for both. This is our stoutly contested by Sri Shyam Diwan and also Sri K.V. Vishwanathan, London Senior Counsel. And also the other learned counsel appearing on, please take their names. They would point out that what is being touted as the reason for seeking an adjournment of a matter which stands posted in the Constitution bench is the prospect of a bill going through various stages and finally emerging as law. And such a request should not detain this court. The Shyam Diwan Learned Counsel for the Senior Counsel for the petitioner would point out that arguments would be addressed in a time-bound manner and the petitioners would, on their side, conclude their arguments at the latest by the 9th of February. He would complain that whenever this matter was originally, when the matter was originally taken up in the year 2017, the very same excuse, the very same ground was trotted out for getting the matter adjourned. We are today in 2023, he points out. That apart, Sri Shyam Diwan also did take us through the merits. In that, he drew our attention to the fact that the stand taken by WhatsApp in particular, in regard to its customers in Europe, it stands in stark contrast with the stand which is being taken in India. It is without any warrant. He prays that this matter may be heard very well. noticing in particular the fact that if 2 out of the judges hearing these matters are scheduled to retire in the month of June, we should say that. We should say that. Otherwise, we would have said. Otherwise, what do you say? What reason do I give for you don't want us to say that? Okay, don't say it. Because otherwise, we will noticing the fact that the bill is also being considered, and also it's unlikely that the arguments may not conclude. We have the view that the matter need not be considered immediately. Full stop at paragraph at this juncture, Sri Shyam Diwan would then press for interim orders being passed. And in what is the IA number?
6140.
6140. 6140 of 2021, in specially petition 804 of 2017. He took us to the IA way that the relief which is sought therein may be granted. The relief which is sought, the relief which are sought are as follows, set out that relief, and this is a separate paragraph. Each one. Page what? When this the Land Council for the respondent, who pointed out this letter.
I pointed out, Modesty, Your Lordship, this letter.
Yes. Sri Kapil Sibal Land Council for the petitioner, for WhatsApp, appearing for WhatsApp, to point out letter dated 22/5/2021 addressed to the governmental authority. Therein, our attention is drawn to the following portion and take down extract this. Yeah. The Land Council for the petitioners no doubt would press for an interim order to the effect that even those persons who may have agreed to the terms of privacy declared by WhatsApp, either in terms of the policy in the year 2016 or even in terms of the 21 terms of the privacy policy in 2021, should have the option of, what is it?
Opt out.
Should have the right to opt out.
Yeah.
Of data share.
This means, according to them, that while they should be permitted to use the WhatsApp, their agreement to allow the use of data should not stand in the way of their wriggling out of their obligation, under which WhatsApp would have the right to share the data. Paragraph. We would think that we may not be justified at this stage in granting the relief as sought for by the petitioner in EA 6140 of 2021. The matter may require consideration of the issues which arise. As things stand, however, we would only apart from noticing and recording the stand of WhatsApp also, that they have given the undertaking which is contained in the paragraph of the letter which we have extracted. But and also that we should issue appropriate directions for causing wide publicity to the set stand of WhatsApp for the benefit of those consumers who may not have agreed to the terms of the privacy policy, etc. of 2021. Accordingly, the application is disposed of as follows, paragraph. We record the stand taken in the letter dated so and so 22nd May 2021, and we also record the submission of the Learned Senior Council for WhatsApp that they will abide by the terms of the letter which we have extracted. Till what? Till the further also.
Yes, no, it says till GDP comes. That's the obligation.
So that there we will extend it. Until till at least the next date of hearing.
Your Lordship is putting 10th April. Can be up to 10th April.
Yeah, we'll till the next date of hearing, so that we can extend.
But if the bill comes before
We'll see, no, 10th April.
Till then you have to. Otherwise it doesn't serve the purpose. Till the next date of hearing.
I think that's correct.
Till the next date of hearing.
That's correct.
That's, I think it's if we further direct that, WhatsApp will cause publicity to this aspect for the benefit of the consumers of WhatsApp, customers of WhatsApp. In how many years?
By giving the same advertisement as we gave in January, which is on the record.
By giving what newspapers? National newspapers.
National, yes. Five national newspapers, your lordship may say.
5
national newspapers.
Newspapers
I giving the same advertisement
on 2 occasions.
All right, all right. By giving the same advertisement as
What is it? Quarter pages.
Quarter page.
quarter page.
Advertisement shall be, if you want, make it full page.
No, it's very expensive.
Full page,
Quarter
full
page.
page is
No,
for
no,
others.
full page not necessary.
But it should be fairly, it should be.
Yes,
My
Mullah.
lord, the quarter page is so much.
Quarter page is a lot, Mullah. Nowadays, people look at quarter pages.
That first page on the right big.
My lord, newspaper, I got some ad in the front, they got some building ad in the front.
Front page, on the front page.
They call it Solace or
So
something.
that we put it on the front page. Eh?
Yes, we put it on
My
the
lord, they
front.
may not give quarter page on the front page. My lord, we have practical problems are there.
What is the problem?
My lord, the front page normally will carry a full ad of a building, car, etc.
I'll tell you something. So gone are the days when you right away go to the news.
We can give full page.
Today we have to wait
Same full
through.
page we will give.
Mullah, we'll give full page, the same full page as we gave in January.
Easy.
It's easy,
Because
Mullah.
quarter will not be.
Nobody will.
Yes, yes, Mullah. It's the quarter red, Mullah. What's the point?
They have no objection. What I-
No.
No, we'll give full page. No issue.
Same advertisement, full page we will.
Full page on 2 occasions.
Yes.
On 2 occasions.
Which is the same which is given in January.
Which was already given in January of 2022.
In terms of
21.
what is already given on what day?
January 2021.
2021.
Correct. 21st January 2021. 21.
Yes.
Was it?
21.
May 21 letter.
May 21 letter.
This is a May 21 letter.
It is not about the letter, it's the advertisement.
No,
but
same thing.
What
It's
you're
the same
saying,
thing.
Lordship has reproduced is subsequent to the January letter.
So you
further
in terms
assurance.
of, it's the same thing. What
Same
he's saying.
thing.
It's the same thing. We'll put it, Mullah. Leave it to us.
The same undertaking will be in the whole page. That's why I
That's
said.
all.
It'll
It's
be
all.
the whole page and
Is this that page 171 of the application?
Yes, and it does not mention that you will not be forced to accept. That was pre this undertaking of May 20.
Yeah, but we'll include it.
do it.
We'll
That's
include
what the
it.
May undertaking.
We'll include it, it has to be
My
there.
lord, if your lordship can simply say,
The
if
advertisement will necessarily incorporate the stand which has been taken.
Yes, in the letter.
In the letter dated 22nd May
Correct.
2021.
Correct,
That
fair
will be
enough.
very clear.
Fair enough.
Correct. Nothing in.
Nothing else.
This is case for directions. IA will stand disposed, that we have already said, shall dispose. IA will stand, listed for direction. Set that date.
11.
Main case to be listed for directions.
11th April.
Not IA, main case.
IA disposal, not.
Your decisions.
The.
11th April.
11th of April.
Yes.
This on 11th of April, 10:30. For direction.
Your Lordship only said this is without prejudice because that para itself says that they can display those notifications again and again.
What is all this?
So let it be without prejudice to our reach out.
You can say needless.
He has not even filed IA.
Needless to say, this will be without prejudice to the contention of all the parties.
Your lordship said about visual media also.
No.
Doordarshan.
Yes,
No, Manoj, please don't. Manoj, this will be enough. There's no need for Doordarshan. Manoj, this is.
Why are you?
Manoj, because people, Manoj, Manoj, the visual media is good if you keep on, Manoj, keep on advertising again and again and every day. How will you put an ad, Manoj, on the news, in the media?
the person read the text.
Central government can publicize it in.
But how do they read the text in a visual
The
media?
mode of public.
There can be a voiceover.
How do you read the text on a television channel? I don't understand. It makes no, it's not a practical.
Every user get an information.
Yeah.
Every user is getting an information.
By now it's all through.
But can I suggest one thing? Can I say there's a ticker which comes down? No, we are putting advertisement. Who's going to read it? Exactly.
What he's saying is right, because the sticker.
The ticker will come. WhatsApp will not opt out.
No ticker, for God's sake, no ticker.
No, they don't ticker.
If you are actually showing this on the screen of a TV,
Supreme Court.
to read this one full page, how much time it should be, it should remain there?
A couple of
Minimum
1 minute.
1 to 2 minutes.
Nobody will accept.
Nobody will accept it, Manoj. Nobody accepts such an ad.
Voice over.
It's a big pragmatic, big pragmatic.
Yeah.
Newspaper is sufficient.
That's right, that's what I
Deeply
thought.
obliged.
Manoj, I just want to mention, Manoj, it was no intention of us not to go on with the matter. We just had some practical difficulties. We know how much time it would take. Manoj.
It's always nice to end with a humorous.
You have put in your practical. You have put in your
This is
practical
to play a person who lacks humor altogether.
You have put in your practical difficulties. You have put in your practical difficulties. We have put in our practical difficulties.
I appreciate that.
Very grateful.